All right, so you can start recording now. All right, so today we will be working on our arithmetic operators that we use within Python. Okay, so like in any other languages, we always have some arithmetic operators. Okay, so the sole purpose of any language, of any programming language, in the beginning of the programming history was to do some arithmetic operations on some variables or on some constants, right? So like for those who don't know, let me tell what arithmetic operators are and what arithmetic operations are. So when I say arithmetic operations, I refer back towards all the things that we can do mathematically, which are basic things like addition, like subtraction, multiplication, division, and all of these, right? And we also have some 3 to 4, like I think three more additional operators that we're going to talk about today in our Python. Okay, and all the operators that we use for these particular operations are called as arithmetic operators. All right, so let's go ahead and first let me tell you how many operators are there and what operation do they perform in Python. All right, so let's start with the very basic ones. So for the addition, as we all know, so for the addition we have the operator like this one. For subtraction, we have the operator like this one. For multiplication, we have the operator like this one. For division, we have the operator like this one. And then comes like 3 more operators that you can also use for different purposes. Now, one of them is called as the remainder operator. Okay, so we're gonna call it like the remainder operator, and to calculate the remainder of 2 values, like so for example, if you just divide 10 by 3, so the remainder part will be called as 1, right? The quotient part may say 3 point something, but the remainder part will always be 1, right? So just to calculate remainder of something in Python, now this one is also very important, and for this purpose we use a percentage sign in Python. Now remember, there is no arithmetic operation called as calculating percentage in Python. So this percentage sign will always be used to calculating the remainder part of any two values, right? Okay, the next thing is called as the integral division. Yes, I'll be giving the examples of all of these. Let me first say for integral division, we use, instead of single slash, we're going to use double slashes, okay? And the last one is called as the exponentiation, right? And for this purpose, we use double asterisk. Like this one asterisk may be used for multiplication, but the double asterisk is used for exponentiation. All right, so these are all the operators available in Python. Now let's just take some time to give examples of all of these. Yeah, so let's first say 4, how about that? And then we're gonna say b equals to 2. I'm gonna be doing it with very simple values. All right, now I'm gonna use a and b in all of these operations. Let's first say print, and then we're gonna say a and plus b, right? Then we're gonna say print again, and then a, and then minus b. Yes, and then we're gonna say print again, say a multiplied by b. This one is for multiplication. Let's do the same thing with print, and then a, and then let's say divided by b. This one is for division. Okay, and then let's say, let's use our remainder operator now. I'm gonna say a and then divided by, no, not divided by, because just to use the remainder part we use percentage sign. So a percentage b, just like that. And then I'm gonna say print, and now in here we're gonna use our integral division and it's going to look like this: A and then double slashes and then B. I haven't told you what integral division is. So integral division looks like this: if you divide two values and the results come out to be in points, like, so for example, if we say 10 divided by 3, so the answer would be something like 3 point something, right? But if you use integral division, the answer would be an integral value that should be like 3 and 3 only. Okay, so there won't be any integral, there won't be any decimal part in your answer. And with the last part, that is called as the exponentiation. So for that, I'm going to say print again, and then we're going to calculate the exponent of A. So A and then double steric B. This means that calculate A raised to the power of B. Okay, let's try to run all of these values to see what is the result. There we go. So with the first one, we say A plus B, the answer is 6. We say A minus B, the answer is 2. 4 minus 2 is 2, right? Then you say A cross B, which means that 4 cross 2 was 8, right? We got 8 here. Then we say A divided by B. In the fourth part, we say A divided by B, which results in 2.0. Very nice. Then you say A remainder B. So for example, if we divide 4 by 2, okay, the quotient will be 2, but the remainder would be 0, right? There's nothing remains from the division of these two things. Okay, right. So the answer would be like 0. And then we have A double slash B. This A double slash means that the answer should be an integral value, an integer. You see, so we have 2 here. And here's the difference between these two. Like this, A divided by B results in 2.0. Okay, but yeah, so A divided by B results in 2.0 here, and this A double slash B, called as the integral division, results in simple 2. And then we have the A raised to the power of B. This A raised to the power of B means that we need, we're gonna say 4 raised to the power of 2. So it looks like 4 cross 4, and that will result in 16.
Right.
Okay, so this is what we call as the operators and the arithmetic operators in Python. Right. Now, this is how you use all of these. And let's say in some arithmetic operations or in some arithmetic expressions, sometimes we need to make a decision like which operator should be counted first and which operator should be counted after it. Okay, so for example, in an expression, if you have a lot of operators together, then you may need to consider like which operator is going to be used first. Okay, so for that purpose, we call this subject as operator precedence, right? So it works and looks like the same as we have in mathematics, right? So in mathematics, we also have like P and E and the M and D, A, S. I presume it's like this, which means that parentheses and then exponent and then multiplication and division and addition and subtraction. Okay, so this is what we do in mathematics, right? So it's kind of the same thing in Python as well. So let me share a picture with you which shows how can we use the operator precedence in Python.
All right.
There we go. So the highest precedence is with the exponent, as I told you. And then we have some bitwise values. I will also tell you about these. Okay, and then as you can see, this multiplication, division, remainder, and integral division, all of these have the same precedence value in Python. Okay, this is what you need to keep in mind. And then we have plus and minus. Both of these do also have the same position and the order. And then we have our comparison operators called as equals to, not equals to, and then less than equals to or equals to. So all of these always have the same position when we talk about the operator precedence, right? And then we have logical operators called as is or is not and not only. So all of these have the very bottom position in our operator precedence table. Okay, so this is how the operator precedence looks like.
All right.
All right, so I think this will be all about arithmetic operators and arithmetic precedence. I hope you understand it. If you have any questions, you can ask me now or in the comments below.
Thank you.